Good evening, I'm Justin Betty. We're now just 4 days until the election, and both candidates for president made stops here in Wisconsin today. It's shaping up to be a key battleground state once again this year. Garrett Hawk reports.
With just 4 days to go until the final votes are cast, both candidates descending on Wisconsin for one final battle for the Badger State. Joe Biden campaigning here for the first time since September, when he vowed not to turn his back on a state Hillary Clinton infamously ignored 4 years ago.
You weren't being seen, represented, or heard. I get it. It has to change, and I promise you this. It will change with me.
President Trump returning for the second time this week.
Remember that 4 years ago? They said Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin. It's been a long time since Republican did that, but we're actually much higher now than we were then.
But public polls show otherwise. Trump is trailing by 6.5 points in Wisconsin, according to the Real Clear Politics average, dragged down by disapproval of his handling of the COVID crisis. With cases soaring across the state, a Marquette Law School poll released Wednesday finding 58% of Wisconsinites disapprove of the president's handling of the pandemic, compared to just 40% who approve.
I feel like he just doesn't want to let us know what's really going on. He doesn't care about it, and he doesn't think it really exists.
I feel he's done a good job with thus far, with it, considering everything going on, the virus and how he's handled things.
In the last 7 days, the state recorded more than 200 COVID-19 deaths.
Now our cases continue to increase. Our hospitals are getting tighter, and I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel right now. There is no rounding the corner in Wisconsin today.
Meanwhile, some 1.5 million Wisconsinites have already voted early, up more than 200% from this time 4 years ago. But with the Supreme Court ruling Monday that absentee votes received after Election Day here should not be counted, both parties now focusing on turning out supporters for the final days of in-person early voting. Supporters of the president are hoping for another Election Day surprise.
It's Garrett Hawk reporting. Governor Tony Evers addressed the media today in a news video conference. He does believe it is safe to go out and vote Tuesday, he says. Evers says an increase in mail-in ballots, taking away some of the crowds, and the lessons learned from this year's earlier elections should help with that. Adding Wisconsin does not have issues with lack of PPE at the polls or lack of volunteers like some other states do.
For those who are voting in person now, I believe it's safe. The PPE is in good shape. The making sure that people stand six feet apart is in good shape. The clerks are ready. So I feel that this election can go off in a really safe way.
Evers also took some time to address concerns about the amount of federal CARES Act funding still available. He says right now all that federal money has either been spent or is earmarked for other things between now and the end of the year, but he is hoping that legislature, either in the state or in the federal level, will eventually send some more help. Today, Marathon County health officials report a record number of new COVID-19 cases, 231 just in Marathon County today, though no new deaths there. In our 12-county north central Wisconsin region, DHS reports 168 people currently in the hospital with COVID-19. That is also a new high. They say 29 of those are in the ICU. Across the state, DHS reports just over 5,000 new cases today, raising our 7-day average to about 4,200. DHS also reports 24 new deaths. That is below our 7-day average of 32 deaths per day. Halloween is tomorrow, and if you're looking to do more than just dress up, Fear and Fire Tattoo Studio is hosting a Halloween-themed tattoo event. The studio was greeted with a line of people out the door this morning. They'd been tattooing nonstop throughout the day. Customers can choose from a number of designs, starting at their reduced price, which is $31.
Halloween's our favorite holiday, so we just wanted to do something really, really fun. We like doing the suicide prevention one, but we felt a little limited on our designs. We want to do something very creative for people.
To make sure everyone can get what they want and get inked, folks who could not make it in today will still get a chance tomorrow on Halloween itself. For the last 22 years, Forest Hill Cemetery in Madison has hosted their Talking Spirit Tour around Halloween. Participants are able to take the tour of the cemetery, listen to some historical lessons about people buried there. However, Now that the tour is making some adjustments for COVID-19, it's accessible to anyone, no matter where you live.
We have moved it to a virtual platform with a 360-degree camera, taking shots of the cemetery, and we've added several points of interest.
Guides say for the first time ever, they can show participants other parts of the graveyard that were not accessible before with crowds, and they can use artifacts that they weren't able to bring on tour before. Stevenson says it allows more people to see more Wisconsin history than even before COVID-19.
It's an 80-acre cemetery. We can't walk all 80 acres in an hour tour. And so we're able to take you through virtually the entire cemetery and take you to places and corners where we can't before.
Tour also shows historical reenactments from actors. Anyone interested can learn more at wisvetsmuseum.com. It was a chilly night for some high school football. We have all your Friday night blitz highlights still ahead. But first, Jeff's in with your full weekend forecast next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
There was no other reason for me to be in that bar meeting Joe Biden than to discuss what I was doing with his family's name in the Chinese.
The former vice president has said he had no knowledge whatsoever of his son's business dealings and was not involved in them at all.
Yeah, that's a blatant lie. When he states that, that is a blatant lie. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were dealing with a Chinese-owned, enterprise.
America First Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
For Pete K, whose health benefits are, thankfully, way better than his outdoorsman skills, we've got you. For Jackie R, who's added umpteen flower pots now that her allergy meds are covered, we've got you. For Charlie M, who's covered by a team of experts so he can be first to the finish at his next race, we've got you. For everything that happens to happen, we've got you. Aspirus Health Plan.
Different ideas for shopping this year? Both your wishes can come true when you buy the diamond of her dreams from Wickersham Jewelry during their Diamonds and Deer event, November 2nd through the 7th. She gets the diamond she's always wanted. And you get free hunting gear from one of your favorite outdoor stores. Bullseye Sports Shop, Charlie's Hardware, or Mills Trading Post. Take advantage of 36 months interest-free financing during the event. Wickersham Jewelry, where everyone's dreams come true.
Shirts, sheets, hand towels, bath towels, gym wear, or whatever wear. You can't skip laundry, but now you can skip adding detergent. Fill once and wash up to 20 loads. Another way we're shaping the future of care. Available in top load and front load washers.
Stop in today while they last. That's at Jensen Akins of Conover, of course.
There you are. It's Friday night. Happy Friday. And high temperatures today reach for 40. Most of us stopped just short of there. But tomorrow, we will firmly be in the 40s. Just not out there right now. It's 23 over here in Tomahawk, 25 for Wausau, 27 Eagle River. So it's not awful outside, but there are some warmer temperatures on the way as we're building some heat across the Midwest right now. There it is, 50s and 60s and 70s out there today. That is moving our way. Now, tomorrow is kind of like a one-day only thing, followed by a big cool down on Sunday, and then the heat begins to arrive for us. So here's tomorrow, 46. We'll take it, right? But then look at 28, light snow showers and really windy on Sunday. 40 Monday, 51 though for Election Day on Tuesday. And then look, we're in the 50s through much, if not all, the rest of the next work week. That's going to feel pretty nice around here. The problem though is going to be the wind. So right now there's no wind at all across our neck of the woods. It will shift, though, and pick up out of the southwest this evening. And by tomorrow morning, so here we are about 9 a.m., we're going to have wind gusts near 20 to 40 miles per hour around here. Then that's going to push through overnight tomorrow night. We're going to push a front through and shift the wind out of the northwest. You see that? And wind gusts on Sunday are going to approach 45 to 50 miles per hour. So a very windy weekend. Your Halloween decorations may not survive this one as we have lots of wind down the way. Speaking of wind, here we are in Sheboygan, and that is Lake Michigan. By the way, Lake Michigan is expecting 19-foot waves tomorrow with beach erosion warnings out there as well. It's going to be a mess along the lakeshore tomorrow afternoon. All right, for us right now, though. Lots of clear skies across our neck of the woods, and now means some cool temperatures tonight. There are some clouds just off to the west of us from this system right there. That's our next weather maker. It's going to come through tomorrow as a warm front initially, followed by that cold front. And it's a pretty strong cold front for like one day only when it comes through late tomorrow night into Sunday morning. Behind it, really cold, windy conditions on Sunday, followed by a big warm up through next week. And here's the other story. On tomorrow night into Sunday, we could see a little bit of snow from this system, especially along Highway 8 to the north of that. We're talking an inch or two at best. So all in all, not bad at all. And don't forget, tomorrow is a full moon. It's also Halloween. The first time that's happened in about 76 years around here. Your forecast for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, cool temperatures, right? Lows down near 24 with a south breeze picking up all night long. For tomorrow, all right, so partly cloudy. It's going to be windy, but warmer. That 46 is going to feel nice, but the south wind could gust near 40 miles per hour through the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Most Furniture and Mattress shows Sunday. Falling temperatures all day, highs in the 20s likely, early morning snow showers and windy with wind gusts near 50. Monday we're dry. There's election day on Tuesday. Partly cloudy skies and highs near 51. Justin?
At least looks nice for election day. Thank you, Jeff. Still ahead, we have Big Old Fish. We have Friday Night Blitz. And after the break, we'll show you how a couple different Packers legends are making their political thoughts known this year. That's next.
Do you have a drawer full of knives but nothing sharp? Stop crushing your food instead of cutting it. What a mess. And don't use fixed edge sharpeners that grind down and destroy your knives. Introducing the Bavarian Edge, the innovative knife sharpener with independent spring action arms that will make your old blades razor sharp in seconds. If you want the sharpest knives possible, you need the Bavarian Edge. Look, it's so different because it has two independent spring action sharpeners made of ultra hard tungsten carbide that flex and contour to any blade or angle for the perfect razor sharp edge in an instant. And only Bavarian Edge can sharpen serrated knives. Watch, we dulled this serrated knife on a cinder block. And with just a few passes through the tungsten carbide sharpeners on the Bavarian Edge, it's as sharp as a razor, even cutting through a leather shoe without effort. Your old knives will fillet, cut, chop, slice, and dice just like the day you got them with the Bavarian Edge. This frozen steak is rock hard, and a butter spreader isn't for cutting. But after just a few passes through the Bavarian Edge, it's so sharp it cuts right through this frozen steak like a hot knife through butter. Bavarian Edge sharpens anything. We took this credit card and tried to cut this tomato. It just won't work. Simply pull the card through the Bavarian Edge a few times, and now it's sharp as a razor. It cuts this tomato with ease. Other knife sharpeners can cost over $150. Call now and get the Bavarian Edge knife sharpener for just $19.99. Now you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. And Bavarian Edge comes with our lifetime money-back guarantee. If it ever wears or breaks, you'll get your money back. There's more. We'll ship it to you free. That's right, free shipping. Get your Bavarian Edge and free shipping for $19.99. Click or call right now.
Call 1-800-913-6698. That's 1-800-913-6698. Or visit BavarianEdge.com. So call 1-800-913-6698. Order now.
Well, these days, with the election right around the corner, political tensions are high, and it can be hard for folks of different political persuasions to simply get along. But former Packer head coach Mike Holmgren has proved some bonds are deeper than politics. Holmgren has been campaigning for Joe Biden throughout Wisconsin the last couple months. Meanwhile, Packers legend Brett Favre tweeted his support for Donald Trump this morning, saying in part, quote, "My vote is for what makes this country great. Freedom of speech and religion, Second Amendment, hardworking tax-paying citizens, police and military." So we asked Coach today, what do you think of Favre's endorsement?
Brett, I love him like a son. I mean that. He's one of the special guys that I've ever coached. But we did have disagreements, and this is one of them. I think but having said that, everyone has the right to make their own decision. I just don't agree with him. And, I still love him to death.
Holmgren and Favre went 84 and 42 together in Green Bay, of course, including that win in Super Bowl 31. Well, sticking with sports, we have a full slate of high school football games tonight. We will show you the highlights of tonight's big games on the Friday Night Blitz in just a couple minutes. But first, here's this week's Big Ol' Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
As we set out on this week's Big Old Fish, our first catch is this healthy-looking muskie that I Prokopiak of Rhinelander caught while fishing with his best friend on an area lake. Not only was it his biggest muskie to date, he also released this bruiser to fight again another day. Way to go. Next up, the snakes were hitting on a nearby bay when 16-year-old Ian Plecha of New Berlin caught this aggressive northern from a canoe during a visit to his grandmother's house on Lake Killarney. Way to go, Ian, on a great catch. And for our final catch, Ian's big brother, 18-year-old Vance Plecha, was fishing from his grandma's dock on Lake Killarney when this monster 16-inch bullhead took the bait. Hope there's some blackened bullhead on the menu in the future. Way to go, Vance. Okay, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win at Northern Taxidermy Fish Mount is on our website, wjfw.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
Let's start walking.
Get $1,750 customer cash on a new 2020 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
Why choose People's State Bank?
I'm not used to a response from a bank the way that I got from people. I like to know who I'm working with. I like to have that relationship. To have somebody there with you, it's reassuring. Without the involvement in People's State Bank, I don't know where we would be, but we sure wouldn't be where we're at.
Make People's your choice. Voted Best Bank and Best Mortgage Company in Marathon County. Stop by a location today or visit us online at bankpeoples.com.
Hello, my name is Terry and I'm from Phillips. I used to go on vacations with my wife Gail, but I couldn't go much over 2 hours and I'd have to stop and walk because my lower back would hurt so bad. So after my final treatment at Spinal Aid, I am pain-free and can't imagine the pain and agony that I went through prior to going.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. We are NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
Grab your coat and let's start walking.
Get $1,750 customer cash on a new 2020 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by People's State Bank and Sweetwater Resorts and Spirits. Your Blitz starts now.
Your Week 6 edition of Friday Night Blitz is on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the penultimate week of the regular season. We have just 2 weeks to go until playoff time, and for some teams, tonight's games were do or die to make it into those playoffs. We begin with senior night in Anago. The Robins closing out the home part of their schedule. They need 2 wins to get playoff eligible. Second quarter, taking on Ashland. The Oredockers up 7-0. Make it 14-0 here. Parker Goodrow keeping the legs churning for a score. Ashland up 14-0. The Oredockers dominated time of possession, less than 3 minutes to halftime. Jared Stricker nearly picks up the first down on 2nd and 18, and that would set up this. Goodrow with his second TD of the day, this one from 6 yards out, 21-0 Ashland. Final play before the half, Alex Stank drops back and sack time. Ashland wins 21-8. The Robins are unfortunately no longer playoff eligible. Now, Mosinee dealt with a lot this year. Starting quarterback Mihal Duel missed a big chunk of the season, but with a win tonight, Mosinee could still clinch playoff eligibility. Our own Griffin Stroin was down there. Griffin, tell me, my man, did they get the job done?
Andrew, did they get the job done? They dominated in this one. Mosinee looking to get above 500, and they would absolutely do it tonight against Merrill. Mosinee, once again, dominated in this one, but Merrill got off to a hot start in the opening drive. First quarter, we're going to get some misdirection, and Timmy Hanlon takes this one right up the gut, going to make some defenders miss, gets 30 yards on the run, but Merrill would have to settle for a field goal and miss. But Mosinee capitalizes off that miss. Mihal Duel with a forward pass to Drayton Lehman. Lehman going to take it all the way, 20 yards to the house. Mosinee goes up 6. Next Mosinee possession, Duel with a shot downfield to Lehman, and it is good. A little pitch and catch there between the two. And then a few plays later, Duel with a quarterback keeper. He's going to pound it into the end zone, and Mosinee takes a 12-0 lead. Mosinee on offense again, and man, they just cannot get stopped. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Duel to Lehman, and he is going to take this one down the sideline, turns on the Jets, 60 yards to the house. Mosinee runs away with this one, 47-0. Now, 20 minutes north of Mosinee, DC Everest hosting Mukwonago. We're going to go into the first quarter. It's 4th and 1 for Everest from the 50. Orion Bowe gets the carry, but he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Evergreens turn it over on downs. And then Mukwonago capitalizes. Grayton Gannon with a bomb to Max Braun for the touchdown. Mukwonago takes a 7-0 lead. Now into the second quarter. It's going to be Everest driving again at the 50, and once again a mistake. Fumble on the ground, and Mukwonago jumps all over it. Then 2 plays later, Gannon finds Garrett Gillette for the touchdown. Big tight end into the game. They lead 14-0. Everest would respond, though. Ty Strelo gets this carry. He's going to get into the end zone. You're going to see the ball come out right there, but they ruled he was in before the fumble, but they can't get it done. They fall 27-6. Andrew, what else is happening in the GNC tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, unbeaten Medford traveled out west for an out-of-conference game against winless Rice Lake. Second quarter, Carson Church coming down with this touchdown catch. He only had 2 receptions coming into the game. Medford takes the lead. Third quarter, do not tell Rice Lake they're a winless team, because Alex Bolongia don't believe it. 50 yards to the house, tie ball game, and the Warriors would pull ahead in the 4th. On 4th down and 2, the pitch play to Zach Fisher. You got to turn the corner quickly, and that is exactly what he does. Medford, get this, loses its first regular season game since week 9 of 2018. Still unbeaten in conference, though. Speaking of conference, Rhinelander traveled to Hayward. Rhinelander's deep in Hayward's end. I'm just going to let you guess what happens here. All right, now I'm going to show you, and it's probably what you guessed. Caleb Olsekas pounds it in. Hodag's up 7-0. And in the second, Quinn Lamer says, hey, Caleb, that looked fun. I want in on this action. Travis Town says, you know what? I think I do too. That sounds good to me. Little seam route for a touchdown. 30 seconds before halftime, Hodag's lead 14-7. And in the third, Lamers with the fake pitch, and then the quarterback keeper up the middle for the score. Rhinelander beats up on Hayward 42-6, the final. Little math problem for you now. If the Hodags are traveling west at 100 miles per hour and the Raiders are traveling east at 100 miles per hour, what happens when they collide? Well, we will find out next week. Medford and Rhinelander for the GNC title. The top 3 teams in this conference are playoff eligible. Ashland could get there next week with a win over Mosinee. Hayward, Merrill, and Lakeland, not on the screen, are all sitting on 1 win. Lakeland did not play this week due to COVID-19. Now, as you probably gathered, these suits don't come cheap. So we need to run some ads so Papa can go to Men's Warehouse. Back with more highlights after the break.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Builders Service Incorporated, Elko.
North Wisconsin Homes, your source for custom designed, precision-built Wisconsin homes. Visit norwishomes.com.
Hello. I wish to inquire about your free phone deal. Is there anything hidden I should be aware of? No, sir.
No hidden plan requirements?
You choose your plan.
No hidden phone trade-ins?
Keep your phone.
No hidden activation fees or other trickery where video recorded evidence would be beneficial?
None.
Interesting.
Lovely scarf.
What camera?
Get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular. Upgrade to Fair.
Renovate your bathroom today with help from Menards. Add luxury to your bathroom with Max bathtubs, shower kits, and shower doors. Pick from a variety of options and get 11% off. Finish your bathroom with IVC sheet vinyl flooring. It's waterproof, making it perfect for bathrooms and kitchens, and comes in a variety of designs to fit your style. Save today with 11% off everything for your next project right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Bruce Orthodontics, changing lives one smile at a time. Rhinelander, Minocqua, Eagle River, Phillips, and the greater Northwoods area. Treating patients of all ages.
Huge auction, Rhinelander, Wisconsin, November 1st. Trucks, tractors, snowmobiles, ATV, tools, guns, taxidermy, flatbed trailer, home contents, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
You hate coming home to a dark house, and leaving lights on all night drives utility bills out of sight. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight, the outdoor motion sensor light that turns on the instant motion is detected and turns off when the motion stops. Bionic Spotlight is solar powered, so there's no expensive wiring or batteries to change. The instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops. So you can spend hundreds of dollars on an outdoor lighting system, or you can get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. Bionic Spotlight is backed by our 5-year warranty. But wait, if you order right now, you can double the offer and get a second Bionic Spotlight. Just pay a separate fee. And when you call, ask about the contractor's discount on the complete 6-light home value set. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-511-1310 or go to BionicSpotlight.com. That's 1-800-511-1310 or order online at BionicSpotlight.com.
Hi, I'm Jenna with Miracle-Ear of Park Falls and Medford. If you are struggling to hear your favorite news and entertainment shows, come and see me for your free hearing test.
Halloween may be all about the candy, but Friday Night Blitz looks like a snack year-round. Welcome back to the show, where it's time to head down to Marathon County, a revisit to Marathon County. Our own Nate Myhawk was at Edgar. Nate, what do you have for us?
I'm glad you brought that up, Andrew, because I'm going to crush a bunch of peanut butter cups tomorrow night. But if the Blitz is a snack, then this game was an entire entree. Edgar has made 2 straight trips to state. They're cooking again this year. Undefeated, they're taking on the 4-1 Shawano Hawks. We're not going to waste any time. It's a trap play to Austin Dolke. Gonna give the defender a little head fake. Which way is he going? He's going to the end zone, that's where. Edgar is striking first, and just like that, they're up 8-0. Shawano is gonna look to respond, going to the air on 3rd down, but that play snuffed out immediately by that Edgar defense, just swarming the ball carrier. Hawks are forced to punt, and Edgar coming right back down the field with a strong march, going with Dolke again, getting to the edge for a 3-yard score. His second of the game. Wildcats remain unbeaten, 48-6 the final. Jumping on over to Athens now, where the Fightin' Blue Jays hosted Abbotsford. They're trailing by 5 in the second quarter, but they're on the move until they cough it up, and the Falcons jump on it in their own territory. Now Abbotsford looking to make them pay. Cade Faber looking deep down the sideline, but there's Kobe Ellenbecker. Let me take that right back. Trading turnovers like a generous baker. But the Falcons make a stop, and here's a near disaster. Faber able to corral this ball in his own end zone. Somehow gets back to the line of scrimmage. Abbotsford takes the lead into half. They'll take care of business from there. 28-22 the final. Mr. Goldstein, could I get some more football content, please?
Only the most illustrious content here on Friday Night Blitz to Hatchet Field, where Tomahawk was hosting Crandon. The Hatchets were leading 13-0 when quarterback Bodie Im on the sneak pushes the pile into the end zone. Extra point would make it 20-0. Hatchets after 1, second quarter now. Connor KO for Crandon picking up the first down, but the Tomahawk defense would turn up the heat, getting pressure on the quarterback, and ruh-roh, that ball is out, and that would be the end of the Crandon drive. Tomahawk goes on to win 26-12, picking up their second dub of the season. Leon Wabino back at home hosting White Lake Elko. Wolverines coming off a 2-week COVID quarantine. Good to see them back out there. First possession, Clayton Janish has a chance for a quick strike, and he wants that one back. One step more, they would have had that touchdown. But they would get the touchdown on defense if they can't get it on offense. Michael Stamper intercepting that overthrown ball to the flat, and he is making a house call. Rebels on the board, 6-0. Next Rebels possession, Stamper proving that long touchdowns are not just for defense. Clayton Janish finds him on a bubble screen, and he is gone to the house. Not a Wolverine in sight. 12-0 Rebs after this long TD. The Rebels take it 52-24. So, a few games we couldn't get to tonight. Wausau West gets mauled by the Polar Bears of Hortonville, 27-20, the final there. Chippewa Falls goes on the road, and they deliver Marshfield's 4th loss of the season. And Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln heads over to Hudson. It's the Battle of the Raiders, by the way. Both teams' mascots, the Raiders. But it's Hudson rolling big, 33-14. Phew. That was a full slate of games from tonight, and we're going to have another even fuller slate of playoffs tomorrow. It's sectional final Saturday. In volleyball, Merrill travels to River Falls. Mosinee will head 3 hours northwest to take on St. Croix Falls. Three Lakes in our area taking on Prentice. And finally, Leona Wabeno will travel down south to take on Howard's Grove. That's right, 5 volleyball teams all playing the sectional final. In soccer, Wausau West is taking on Hudson while Medford is hosting Rice Lake. And then in cross country, we're at state. Races will take place in order to determine who state champions are. Tomahawk, Marshfield, Medford, Three Lakes, and Merrill all have something at stake in that one. So for however crazy this week was, that this Friday was, I promise you, absolutely nothing, absolutely diddly squat compared to tomorrow. I cannot wait to bring it to you, folks, and I hope you are excited to see it. So particularly if you are any of the schools we mentioned, tune in. Now, next week, we will have our final show of the regular season. We will have a blitz at least for the first round of the playoffs after that. Second round depends on how many teams are left. That's for later, though. For now, happy Halloween. Go vote, and then go to sleep. See ya.